Hello again, everybody. It's John and Glenn with BestPriceNutrition.com. Per your request, we're going to review the Controlled Labs Glycergrow today. Specifically, a lot of people are asking, what is it? Because I don't know that anyone else right now is making a powdered form of glycerol monosteroid.
No, it's in some other products.
Yeah,
or
it's an ingredient. You'll see it in a lot of the pre-workouts and stuff. And sometimes, actually, one of the issues we've seen with some people will complain, hey, this doesn't mix well or something like that because it doesn't mix well with water.
It doesn't mix well with water. Also, another thing is it actually absorbs water from the air, absorbs moisture from the air. So that's why if you don't seal the container all the way, it can harden, which is not what you want.
Okay. Well, one of the questions is, what is it? As far as our bodies are concerned, it's a byproduct of when we break down fat, we take triglycerides and we end up with, monoglycerides. It's a monoglyceride. It's used as an emulsifier to make things more stable.
Yeah, it's in a lot of food products, whipped cream. It's also in ice cream. It sort of gives it its smooth texture. It's also in a lot of cosmetics. More or less, it is a fat. There's some confusion as to whether or not it's a fat or a carb. It is a fat.
I think they list it on the label. We don't have the product in front of us, but I believe they do list it as a fat. And it's basically a glycerol molecule with one stearic acid. So. Well, as far as one of the questions we're getting is it banned by the NCAA? Is it?
It's actually not. What it is banned from is coaches can't give it to athletes, but they also can't give creatine to athletes. Athletes themselves can go out and buy it, no problem, but the coaches are banned from giving it to athletes. So you can use it, your coach just can't give it to you.
Okay. This isn't a product that I've personally used, so I did a little looking around on it. I do remember reading back in the day a study on Australian endurance triathletes actually that were using it because it has been shown to increase fluid retention in a few different studies. Now, kind of the fogginess right now is whether or not that helps with performance. What were you able to find on that?
Yeah, the anecdotal feedback from people who've used it, and honestly, I think a lot of the people may have a bias towards Controlled Labs is that it does work, for a pump and things like that, but not much in terms of the endurance category. I don't get a lot of people saying they've taken it and they have extra endurance or they feel better with it. Just that they're saying that they're getting an increase in a pump from it. That's all that I've seen.
Well, aside from the anecdotal, what we found on the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition is that it's deemed as a possibly effective supplement. So they're kind of like the jury is out. Like we said, it does increase fluid retention. Maybe that's some of the pump that people are feeling. So that makes sense. But there's been nothing to prove whether or not that leads to improved performance. Now, some people just like feeling pumped, and if you like doing it, then that's great. But there may be another performance enhancing effect. But at this point, we really just don't know, based on research, and that's kind of like what we like to go on rather than, so and so took it and loves it. That's why we do double-blind placebo studies. Now, another question we get is, what can you stack it with? I don't know of anything that it would interfere with. So if you want to add it to your
anything.
Yeah, so you can take it with your regimen. And can you take it with creatine? Sure, like we said, obviously you can take it with anything. I guess the added fluid retention plus with creatine, I don't know that you could double the amount of water you retain.
I'm not sure. I know that it is popular to stack it with creatine.
That'd be interesting to see a study on that. I don't know that there's any right now. And as we said, this is not something we're deeming as ineffective. We're just saying right now it's kind of like it might be effective, and a lot of people like the way they feel with the extra fluid.
Yeah.
I know I like when I take creatine. I feel a little fuller when I take it, but I also know that there's a ton of effects from creatine as well in terms of performance enhancement. So. Did you have anything you want to add on this?
No, that was really it. Just to get across the it is a fad. It's not banned, so don't worry about that. If you're a college athlete, your coach just can't give it to you. That's all. So, and sort of the jury's still out on it. I'd like to see some actual human studies done on it, but
well, the ones that have been done at this point have been as far as performance enhancement. So maybe the parameters just haven't been set up right. So we'll see. Time will tell. So it's certainly something, like I said, if you want to get that pump feeling, that may be the way to go. Please go ahead and post your questions in the comments or on the blog. We're more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you.